So last night at UFC 296, Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis stole the show basically, and it's not even their fight night. We still got another month until UFC 297, but yeah, honestly, the promotion between these two this week has been very good. The press conference was very fun, of course, getting really heated with du Plessis. Kind of, I would say, I don't think he was right at all to bring up, Sean Strickland's childhood and stuff like that. I think du Plessis was wrong for that. But you can make an argument that he was kind of matching Strickland's energy because Strickland was calling him a faggot and stuff. But, and then obviously last night at UFC 296, I feel like the UFC did this on purpose. They made Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis sit near each other, and I think the UFC's plan was for Sean Strickland and du Plessis to get into a brawl. Dana White and the UFC are absolutely licking their lips at this. It's great for the hype and the promotion. Great for the hype and the promotion for UFC 297. So in a way, I can't blame them for it at all. Both guys came out of it okay, luckily. But in a way, this shouldn't have happened though. UFC shouldn't have put them together. But in a way, I do understand their thinking. It does get them hyped up. But, they did this on purpose. I think the UFC knew that they were going to brawl. Surely they knew something was going to happen, especially with what happened at the press conference where Sean Strickland was saying to du Plessis, meet me in the car, meet me in the parking lot and stuff, because obviously Strickland wasn't happy that du Plessis, decided to bring his dad into it, which is very understandable, of course. But especially as well after, Sean Strickland was defending Leon Edwards after what Colby said about Leon's dad. But yeah, look, I think overall here, I am Team Sean Strickland for this. Sean Strickland is probably one of my favourite fighters right now, but I also do like Dricus, but I am Team Strickland. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the videos here. I've got 3 kind of different angles of it. So let's have a look. So, we see here, we don't see too much, but we don't see too much, but yeah, always see jumping over a ball. It does eventually, once it does go to the ground, it looked like, in a way it looked like du Plessis kind of took him to ground, but I've heard some things that Strickland might have, I don't know if he, kind of tripped over the chair or something, and that's why he was down. So, Dricus was the one who got up and was standing in the end, but yeah, let's have a look at, obviously, this is how it all started, really. So, we look here. Obviously, the camera went on to Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis, and we see them sat near each other. The camera went off them just before we actually saw them fight. Then, this is the replay footage that we got at the end, where it looks like Strickland shaking his head at du Plessis. He's not looking at him, though. And then, you've got Sean Strickland there talking to himself. He's probably saying, this fucking guy, man. And then you see Dricus du Plessis in the background. He's saying, to Sean Strickland, kind of bring it or something. So you've got du Plessis kind of gobby off to Strickland when, I know, in a way here, it looked like Strickland was taking himself away from the situation. But then you see here where, du Plessis, it looks like du Plessis is kind of calling for it, isn't he? Du Plessis looks like he's calling for it. And then Sean Strickland turns around, tells Gilbert Burns' wife and child to get out of the way, and then just out of nowhere absolutely jumps him. And then, then from there, it looked like kind of Strickland fell off the chair or something once he, was jumping onto du Plessis. It's not like du Plessis took Sean Strickland down or anything, as we see here. That's Dricus' back there. So Sean is on the ground here, but I don't think it's fully because Dricus did much. I don't think Dricus did much here. Sean landed a few elbows on the back of the head or something, and then Dricus. Dricus might have landed a few shots when Sean was down, and then Dricus quickly got back up though, but I do think a lot of it, I don't know, Sean probably fell over the chair, but then we see, it was du Plessis who was the one who ended up standing up over it. Yeah, like, does anyone really think who got the better of the exchange here? Because it's quite hard to see because we didn't see too much when they were on the ground. I think this is similar to the first one actually that I got. But yeah, there's Sean telling him to move, and then Sean jumps in, and yeah, like it goes to ground. But it's like I don't know. Did Duplessis end up? I don't know. Like it's not like there was an actual takedown or anything. Um, Yeah, it's I mean, yeah. Look, this has hyped the fight up massively. Not gonna lie, it has. You know, this whole brawl here has got people really, really, really excited now for the fight, and the press conference was getting heated as well. So promotion for this fight has been good so far, especially this week. And yes, the UFC 100% planned this for these two to be sat near each other. But to be fair, it did look like. I'm not going to say like who got the better of it and stuff. I feel like in a way it is quite hard to say. I know Drickus was the one who got up, but I don't think Drickus did anything too significant during this brawl. Sean landed a few elbows. Again, Sean didn't really do anything too. Neither did anything massively significant. I think they were split up in time. But but it looks like, I mean, to be fair, would you give it to Strickland? I mean, it looks like Duplessis was asking for it, kind of. It looks like you look at Duplessis here, you keep your eye on Duplessis. It looks like Duplessis is asking for it. He is asking for it, Duplessis. He's basically asking it. Duplessis there, Dobiov. Don't know what he said. But it does look like Duplessis is asking for it. So I don't think you can put the whole blame on Strickland for jumping him. Because it looks like Duplessis is kind of asking for it here. Like, we can tell by the hand signals and stuff that he was making. And when Sean turned around, Duplessis was still gobbing off at Sean when he turned around. And then obviously, Sean's upset about what Drickus said at the press conference. So Sean eventually ended up jumping him. It's interesting. Like, they weren't brawling for long at all. And we didn't fully see what happened when they were on the ground. But all we saw is that Duplessis was the one who got up. But I feel like Sean got caught in between the chairs or something. So yeah, I don't really think we can say 1-0 to anyone in this brawl. I think that would be hard to say, in my opinion. But I mean, I don't know. Drickus has been acting weird this fight week, to be fair. Sean's been acting his normal self. Sean really does like the trash talk, of course. But at the same time, though, Sean can be a really humble guy. But in the press conferences, loves the trash talk. But he is a humble guy, like, especially with his fans as well. Especially with things that he's been saying that Strickland doesn't like. He doesn't buy anything really expensive and stuff because he doesn't want to make his fans feel bad about the life they're living. So he doesn't drive the fancy cars and get all those expensive watches and stuff. So he's a really humble guy in that way. Like, Drickus is a real good guy as well, but been acting a bit weird this fight week, to be honest with you. Especially, I don't know. But you could say in a way he was matching Sean's trash talk energy. In a way, you could say that. But yeah, it's I can't wait for UFC 297. Can't wait for this main event. It's gonna be good. I feel like it's a real good clash of come forward styles. It's gonna be a real good brawl. It's gonna be a real good brawl, like the actual fight. But looking forward to it. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. Thanks for watching the video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.